Chat is about debating into the wannabe or something.
Until you address it. I mean, it won't be impossible. It's just like people are going bananas mode again. Hey, foot soldiers, calm down. Ethan can handle himself. Okay, I believe in him.
Okay.
Like he's debating the Sigma Grindset guy, right?
Sales for his clients. He made a bunch of money on the
I
internet
see
for me,
it.
and then I go to this, and you guys talk about this
Well,
for
let's.
5
Well,
minutes. And I
why?
was like,
Well, I'm here to
like,
talk
guys,
about
come on.
interesting stuff. I'm not here to have
You're
a.
here to talk. You're here to talk
well,
shit.
yeah.
That's what
Well,
it is.
no, I'm here. I want to.
Toxic.
I think what's important, what's interesting is that we talk about the places where we conflict. I think it's great that you're an immigrant and you came to America and succeeded. It's like, oh, okay, great. What do you want me to do? Suck your dick?
Ethan, no. Is it not more interesting that my parents came here to escape communism? They could barely speak the language, and I lifted my family out of poverty and turned us into multimillionaires. Is that not more interesting than me saying men want one thing and then
yes, but it's uncontroversial. Why would I want to discuss that? Tell me, what is a pleasant wife with no attitude?
Sebastian, can I ask
you
you
know what an interesting conversation is? Do you think an interesting conversation entails someone just sucking your dick and doing a puff piece? I think that is what you think it is based on your podcast.
No, not at all. Not at all. I've done interesting stuff, and we could have interesting conversations.
Tell me, you wrote it. What is a pleasant wife with no attitude?
I'm just saying, Ethan, that there is a lot of interesting conversations that don't have to be controversial. But you don't know that because your entire brand is based on controversy.
No. I'm having an interesting conversation.
What's his job?
Based on our differences of opinion.
Right. What's his job?
So
just
do you have a difference
He's
in
a
opinion? You don't want a pleasant wife?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want a wife? Do you want a wife with attitude? Ethan?
What does attitude mean?
A wife that nags,
Escape communism
a wife that talks back to you, a wife that.
Bro, what does he know about wives, bro? You're like literally a baby. What are you talking about? Oh, do you want a wife that talks back? Like, what are you talking about? What is happening? This is derailed. This is off the rails.
Because you act like it's kind of right. Because you act like there would never be a reason for a woman to bother you about anything. Like your significant other would never have a legitimate reason to, quote, nag you.
I would never want my wife to call me weird names or like make remarks towards me. Yeah, like I would never want her to say that I'm stupid or I don't look good or.
What? That's like abusive.
If I ask her to do something,
that's not. What?
I wouldn't want her to have an attitude with me and to I would want her to act and speak to me as if we're on the same team, the same way that I would do that for her.
Yeah, but that's obvious. You're saying I don't want her to call me ugly. I mean, that's just mean. That's just like a toxic word.
He said his parents escaped communism in Romania to come to the United States of America in I don't know what year. I think when was it? 1988. Is that what you said?
Because that's warranted. Because it's a little bit contentious, our conversation. So sometimes an attitude is justified, right?
I don't know. It depends on the scenario.
Okay. So it depends on the scenario. So is there ever a
He's
scenario
him
that
down.
you would have with your significant other that would warrant
Ethan is wearing him down.
with you?
I mean, yeah, I imagine if I like did something really stupid, like if I don't know, I would never do this because I'm not a cheater, but I could imagine if I cheated, she'd have an attitude, which is
I think that's mildly, putting it mildly, yeah,
but
an attitude.
I would never do that because that is not.
I guess it's not Zita.
But yeah, I just want a pleasant wife with no attitude. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would say that most women would want a pleasant husband that has ambition and has goals, and I think that's fine.
Well, yeah, and I want that in my woman too. I want a smart woman who has ambitions and goals too. But we're all different.
So you agree with me? You agree with me on one thing?
Well, no, I think that people want partners that they respect.
So you agree with me, but you just don't like my verbiage.
No, I think your verbiage of no attitude implies that women are docile creatures there to be subservient and just obey and to they're just there to make your home. Right?
That's just an assumption.
But it's in the language.
I mean, I love women. Women are the
I didn't
most
say you don't love women, bro.
Planet. I know.
But they have a role to play. They have a role, right?
No, they're the most. Yeah, well, women and men have a role to play.
Okay, this is actually good content. Fuck.
Right, but they have a specific.
I can't look
role.
away.
What is the woman's role?
It's not subservient. They don't have to be subservient to the man, but they
have they figured out how he makes his money or whether he has a real podcast or not?
Anything. What is the woman's role?
To be. What do you mean? The woman's role in a household? Can you?
In a relationship, in a household, yeah.
Ooh, let's see.
You know, I find it interesting that you're being so thoughtful about it now because I've seen millions of videos of you
I don't think
spitting this
that's
shit off. Like, this
that
is what a
hard of a
woman needs to
person.
do. They need to be at home. They need to support the man.
I'm always thoughtful. No. I'm always thoughtful. And those
But it
videos
seems
that
like
you see,
something
I'm
you
probably
would know.
Especially this
Okay, go ahead. What's the
relationship
woman's right?
advice, Andy.
Those videos are highly edited.
But you're
and
putting them
quick
on your
like this.
TikTok, bro. It's your fucking
I'm not
voice.
putting them.
It's your team. You pay people to put it on the internet to make you look cool.
I gotta
to
pee.
other
I'll be back in
dudes.
a second. Fuck.
That's why it's there.
Let me answer your question.
Please.
And let me just think about it so I give you a good answer.
You said
okay?
women prefer to submit. Why is that funny?
Yeah, I think that's true.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
I think a girl's job.
Hindi true po
I think a
most of
girl's
them
job
again.
is to display
Minsan,
a lot of love and a lot of. Hold on, let me get in focus.
Yes, focus.
I think a girl's job is to be the affectionate one, to be extremely affectionate, and to be very loving.
You sound
and very
insecure.
patient and very understanding for their
Uh-huh.
children and their
does have to do
husbands.
anything.
And to make the children feel loved and heard. I think that's a woman's job. I think it's her job to women have this kind of love for their children that nobody else in the world will understand.
I love my
Men
kids.
will never understand
No,
it.
I love. See, that's a little crazy
Yes.
to me.
I'm sure you do, but I think that
You think
men
my
and women
wife
love their
loves my
in
kids
different
more
ways.
than me, or differently?
No,
than
I
me?
never said that. No, I said that they're different. I think a father and a mother will love their children differently, not more than the other, but just in different ways.
What?
I disagree
A father
with that.
loves.
That's crazy.
What?
Okay, that's fine. And a father is going to want to protect his kids, and he's going to want to provide
Minsan sa
an
work
environment where his
pero
family can feel safe.
But
And he's also
so
going
you're
to want
saying
to pass
being
down
muscular,
lessons
like that's not
and
really an
pass down-
active role in their
pass
life.
down lessons,
Pass down lessons.
wisdom to his.
The mother
his
can't do
children,
that.
It's a fucking
and
like
the
medieval
the mother
times.
is. No, this is just nature.
We're
This is just what
we're
how it's
passing
always
down
been.
wisdom.
Oh,
Like,
here
what are
we
we doing?
go.
Sitting around a campfire singing songs and
And
shit.
that's a debate.
I feel like
Everyone knows
Ethan,
women are
you're-
incapable
you're
of passing down
40
wisdom.
40 years old.
I'm
You're almost 40
37.
years old.
Yeah.
These things that you're saying, like you're just snapping back at me. Nothing you're saying, it's not like you're not disproving me in any way. You're just saying whatever comes to your mind.
He's saying, bye-bye, I win.
Opinions.
You're being very, yeah, but we're not even having a conversation. I'm just talking and you're just like spitballing off everything that I say,
Well,
like trying to correct me like a little kid. It's just very childish.
Well, you're going off into places I
that's kind of
know
true.
I'm not gonna there are not a good topic
Mm,
because you're
they should
gonna
be
go on and
moderate.
explain things that are pretty obvious and uncontroversial. Like you go, I just want women to be like nice to me. I mean, you said women prefer.
That's literally what I said.
Yeah.
I want women to be pleasant.
Women prefer.
And I want women to. You took that however you took it. I said I want women to be pleasant with no attitude. That means if I don't want you to do something because it makes me feel whatever uncomfortable, then
implies
please
something,
don't like
then-
make it a huge deal. That's.
I think you're okay. What? So you think women prefer to submit? This is something you've said.
Okay, so we're gonna ignore everything.
Well, what do you
We're just
want?
gonna
Do you
move
want
on.
to go have a specific conversation?
I want you to stop acting. I want you to stop acting like a child. I want you to let me speak, and then we can discuss.
Women prefer to submit. Is that correct?
Just take
I
it for
think
his
women are
under.
happier when they feel like their husbands can properly lead them or their mans. I think women are happier when they know that the person that they're with is going to make the right decision and they don't have to worry about it. And I would say that's a form of submission in a way, yes.
What is your
and
data
I
on
would
that?
agree.
Really,
Just what
data.
I've seen in myself
In your
and
long
in my
24
life.
years.
Yes.
How many
Mm.
long-term relationships have you been in?
I've been in a few long-term relationships.
A few?
But I'm not going to tell you the number.
Because you've only been legally allowed to even have sex for 6 years. So
I mean, that's
Well,
ridiculous.
in my
6 years
culture,
is
we
a
don't-
long
we don't
time.
we don't necessarily have sex. I don't know. I'm Christian and Romanian, so
Wait,
we don't just date.
is
and
he
then
a
hook up on
is
the
he a
first night. That's
virgin?
not how it works.
okay.
Christian?
Okay, so in your experience, women like to be.
What do you mean in my culture, dog? You're like an American
women would
through and
agree with
through.
that.
Wait, what?
Women would agree with
Do you
that.
talk to a lot of
Like-
women?
Huh?
When I'm single, yes, but
Yeah.
I'm
most
kind of
women would agree with
confused.
that. And they do. They're like, they want a man that's like, hey, if my guy is gonna, if he always makes the right decision, I'd prefer to just let him do his thing.
Well, I don't want to seem presumptuous, but
I'm sure your wife is like that too, Ethan. I'm sure. I don't know. What's your wife's name? Could you tell me?
Hila.
Hila?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she's like that too, and that's a.
Are you virgin shaming? Just surprised. I want to say yes, but people get so mad. Like the virgins have nothing else going on, so they get so fucking mad every time I say yes.
I also
and then they take it seriously.
When my partner doesn't say I'm ugly. I also like it when my partner is nice to kids and animals. I like that. I like a partner who likes my strength. I think.
What's your name?
I'm Olivia.
Can you tell me your name? So, Olivia, my question was, do you like it when your man, say you have, I don't know if you have a boyfriend or husband or whatever, but theoretically, when your man, if he were to always make the right decision and you felt inside of you that you could trust him and you didn't have to worry,
no, virgins can talk about relationships. It's just that, like, I'm surprised because he presents himself as like this macho masculine alpha dog who's so knowledgeable about the world, even though he's a 22-year-old who's only done a bunch of drop shipping and fake podcasts and grossly inflates his fucking wealth in a way to flex while simultaneously knowing nothing about a, fundamentally important component of interpersonal relationships.
Asking, you're like, you women want a man that could depend on. It's not as important for men, though, because it's not really a feminine trait for a woman to be dependable.
No, women have to be dependable, but
okay. So what's the difference?
Probably they're just dependable. They're just dependable in different ways.
European,
I would imagine.
European, that's how they
I,
think.
for one, don't think that the whole submitting thing is right.
It's not American,
I prefer
'cause
partnership.
It's like European, Asian. It's more his.
That's
What's
Lena,
this
by
guy?
the way. She's a woman.
What's this guy saying?
Okay, so you guys, you ladies prefer partnership. That's fine. Then just imagine a scenario where you're with a husband, and for every single decision that he has to make, he's going to come and consult you for every single thing. He's like, hey, babe, what do you think about this? Like he has no sense of leadership or direction.
If it concerns both of us,
You really
or not.
want that?
If it's something that's just in his life, he can handle himself. But if it concerns me, I'd like to know about it. I'd like to give my input on it.
I
like,
think it's actually fascinating.
She has experience in one
bring that up, like. Why would you want your man to consult you? Because he thinks you're an equal and values your opinion on it.
Yeah, that's crazy that that's like out of the question. That's so weird.
I don't want to ask my wife what gum I should chew right now. Or like, what are you talking about?
But having said that, it is a matter that's very consistent with the way these people view the world, where they don't think women are equal partners in a relationship because they don't think women are equal in general. It's just a reinforcement of misogyny with a different banner.
I will tell her, I'll explain it to her, and she'll give me suggestions. Sometimes she'll trust me sometimes and not give me suggestions. I'll be open with her. And if she does give me a suggestion, I'm not just going to toss it in the trash. No, I'm going to listen to her and honor her. I don't think that we are really disagreeing on much here. I think that we're literally just splitting hairs.
Right, but okay, so then what's interesting is that you are appealing.
By the way, I'm gay. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
This is, if you go to your TikTok, if you go to your YouTube,
Funny
this
name.
is your identity. You're getting these men, and you're telling them that this is the alpha way of life. And when you say that we're not that different, I do agree, and we kind of both understand, which is the obvious, what makes a good relationship and stuff. But the way you paint it online is you say women are submissive, and then what you just said is like, when you have to make a financial decision, it's your decision, right? But you'll ask, but you'll take. But she's in no position to make that decision, right? That's ultimately your decision. That's you.
I don't think that we're that similar. I think that we're just agreeing about this specific thing. Just to correct you there, and then I don't know what you asked me.
Well, you're presenting your opinion in a way that I think is harmful to men specifically, actually, because women know better, right? And I think some women have a traditional.
Well, Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan, let me just say something. Most of your content, most of your audience used to be men, and now it's not. Now a majority of your audience is women, and my audience looks up to me. They're inspired by me, and I've had conversations with plenty of men, older, younger, same age, that have said that I've changed their life for the better. They feel happier. they feel better about themselves, and they're in a much better position in life right now because I've inspired them.
I'm gonna be
It's
honest with you.
under the
If your
script.
life has been changed by watching this dude, your life is fucking not changed.
Your audience used to literally be
That's
mostly
him.
men,
Okay.
and over
Oh, wait,
time,
no,
men
wait.
have stopped watching you because they don't look up to you in any way. You're not a role model to these men. They don't want to consume your content. Your content is very hateful. It's uninspiring.
Okay.
My content is very inspiring. So hold on, I'm almost done. You can
Go
respond.
ahead.
And
I've been in. To give you an example, I've been in a car with someone before that he stopped me, and he works for me now. But he said, Sebastian, my father was never around. I don't have any older brothers. I don't have anyone to look up to.
Dude, you're 22. What is he
That
saying?
I've ever looked up to, and you have made me such a better person. I've gotten in the gym. I've taken care of
I
myself.
think that's a
I've
cap.
started a business, and now I'm making good money. And this kid who was 18 was crying in front of me when I met him for the first time.
How many
because
people?
I was that much of a role model.
I've had people cry when they meet.
So
And I
I've-
thought
Probably more than
ending.
you.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. This is dumb. This conversation is devolving into nothing. He's literally just saying, "I'm super sick and you're dumb." Like that's all he's
People
saying.
shed tears
I'm
for
just-
me, bro. They're a mess.
I don't think
there's-
that you would even disagree with me when I say that I'm a much better role model
Okay.
at 24 for men than you are at 30.
Okay,
Okay,
good,
but-
good. I'll come back. By the way, my audience is like 50-50 male and female.
Some ego debate.
But you're right. It used to be majority men. But let me go back to what you said. You said because a lot of men look up to you, you're more qualified to talk about what's good for men. A lot of
I didn't say that.
Oh, so
No, I
what was
didn't
your
say that.
point?
I didn't say that. I said I said I'm a better role model for men, and I don't
Because-
think you're. I don't think you're a role
because-
model for men at all.
Right. Because I have a more women audience. Is that,
No,
but that's
because
what you
men don't
said.
look up. Because you used to. You used to have a more male audience, and now you don't.
I
And that's because
alienated.
men have no
Weasley
reason.
said-
No
His
reason to-
audience has grown since then, though. So if anything, he retained a big chunk of the men that used to watch him. Okay, and then on top of that, more women watch him
I'm
now.
not Hitler.
No,
I'm not,
no,
I'm not
of course,
crazy.
it's an extreme example, but just because you have
Yeah.
people that look
That
up to
doesn't
you
mean he
make
lost the
you
male
right.
viewership.
I mean, yeah, that was just a very poor example. That
But
doesn't
again,
prove-
this guy is too young, too stupid to understand this thing that he's stating, which is that like Ethan's audience has grown to include more women, right?
Okay.
It's still like he's literally just hyper focusing on anecdotes. He's like, oh well, in my circle they don't like you anymore, so men don't fuck with you.
and there's plenty of ways you can do that leveraging the internet. Okay, you've seen it because you've done it yourself, so you know that I'm right, and there's plenty of ways to do it as well. And I encourage men to do that instead of the alternative, which is going and getting a job that they might regret later in life, and they do that. Okay, I also encourage men to not be a degenerate,
is
not sleep around with a bunch
bro.
of girls, and to get one girl to be loyal to that girl and to build a family with her. That's what I encourage men to do. Okay, so those three things are very, very important for me, among others as well. But those are, I would say, like the most important
All
ones.
right, I'm texting Ethan, but don't
Okay, that
annoy
makes
them.
you a
Don't
better
annoy
role model than me.
H3.
How?
Because you don't do that. You don't promote exercise. You spread a bunch of hate. You don't love anyone. Your whole
don't love
entire
anyone?
worldview is
What?
negative. You're like you don't spread love. Like
Is
Wait,
it
what do you mean
taking
I don't
its
love
way?
anyone?
I'm going to
I
pinks.
meant to say that you don't spread love.
Only
Like
way-
your
I'm about
entire
the
worldview
pinks.
is extremely negative.
Okay. Do you think that
Do you
there's-
disagree? Like, do you?
No,
do
I
you
do.
really
I
think-
do.
like,
I
I'm-
do.
I'm-
I think
always wrong.
I think you can observe that I criticize a lot of people, right? But the people I criticize, I think, are very worthy of being criticized. For example, Andrew Tate, I think, is just doing untold damage to a whole generation of men. But do you think that there's other ways to inspire people other than going to the gym and doing drop shipping and shit like that?
How do you
Drop
think that you
shipping.
inspire people, Ethan? Do you believe you inspire people?
I wouldn't presume to do that much, you know what I mean? But I do think probably there's people. I wouldn't presume to even to make that assumption, though. You know,
Ethan, the thing is you.
it's a
you
little bit of
criticize
hubris,
everyone.
isn't it? It's a little bit of hubris
You-
to look at yourself as a savior like that.
No,
Yes,
I
it
don't.
is. That's a good take. No, it's not. What do you mean?
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
just
energy.
you,
He's texting him
you're,
or
you
something.
got dude. This kid literally just has the TikTok fuckboy haircut, and that's it. And the algorithm gave him the 15 minutes of fame at a certain point. when he said something completely unhinged, and it inflated his sense of self-worth to an unimaginable level where he literally thinks he's like God's own fucking a gift to mankind. That's it.
That man, he would cry if he ever met me, boy. I'll tell you what, tears, kisses, and hugs, man. And I'll be like, I love you, dude.
There's an inspiration.
What? I'm not saying you're being ageist or whatever, but I think saying he's too young is kind of dumb. Weren't you trying to make a difference in the world at his age? By the way, I don't agree with this guy. I don't agree with your take either. Wait, what? No, I'm not being ageist at all in that regard. When you're 22 years old, like I was 22, okay? I was 22 9 years ago. And let me tell you something. I was a fucking dumbass, okay? So, yeah, I didn't know what I had a decent perspective on life, certainly, but I had a lot of growing to do.
What's the solution there?
Okay? I'm still a fucking dumbass. And you can tell that his brain is not fully developed yet because of the things he's stating. Like, you can tell. It's his arrogance. It's all, if anything, it's a cop-out from me to him. I'm giving him an exit ramp, saying, oh, he's just young. Do you understand? That's the main point here.
Your brand is dying.
Why would that get a lot of likes?
And it's going to continue dying because of the type of content that you push.
It's not really dying, though, is it?
There's a lot of yes, it is.
In what way is it dying?
Bro, why does this guy think he could tell Ethan about what to do with his fucking brand? It's like what the fuck do you know? You have a fake podcast. What are you talking about? Like, what's it to you, motherfucker?
No, and the overall reputation.
It's like if he came on my broadcast and told me how to run top of the hour ad breaks. You know what I mean? Which come at the top of every hour. Like, it's like if he told me how to do the best segues for top of the hour ad breaks. I'm like, no, dude, that's what I do. Okay. You don't get to tell me how to do the top of the hour ad breaks. And then tell me that, like, oh, I'm forgetting to remind people that if they subscribe, they can avoid said top of the hour ad breaks for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime.
But I've never watched or consumed your content.
Okay. Do you just know
I
that
don't
I'm
know
the
you
worst?
as a person.
You just
I don't know you as a person. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm quoting you.
Sebastian,
You
can I pull up your
yourself.
analytics? Your shit's on the down curve, brother. Your career is going down to the fucking dumps, bro. I mean, that is a colossal dump, bro.
That's off the cliff.
And I mean, at least mine is like pretty flat. But that is treacherous, man. You are going down like the Titanic,
I
brother.
didn't see the full picture.
That is rough.
That's brutal.
Can you hold on? Yeah, so my analytics are down because I haven't posted content. I posted a video with my mom that I knew wouldn't do well, and I just posted a video yesterday. So yes, I know my analytics
Oh,
are down.
damn. He got sad about that.
Because I've been getting a lot of heat on the internet, so I just wanted to take a step back. That's why they're down.
It's tough being out there as a creator, huh? I don't think you're gonna make it. You see, if you have thin skin like that. I mean, that's why it's going down.
I think I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I think I'll be fine. Yeah.
Ethan, if I can
right.
interject in his behalf, I think he's going to do better than all of us together.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
Not you and me, him.
Yeah.
Sebastian.
Yeah, but I
That's just
disagree.
my
I mean,
opinion.
our podcast is continually in the
I don't know
top
who that guy
charts
is. He's
of
like
the
one of
most
the
popular
characters,
podcasts
right?
in the world. And our viewership is phenomenal. I don't know if what you know is normal
thought you
viewership
was
for a
aware of them,
podcast,
so-
but regularly getting 1 million views on a podcast, and we post 4 or 5 times a week. That's pretty. That's
Yeah,
pretty
nothing to
impressive,
say.
don't you think?
It's true.
Like, clearly, people like the show.
Sure. Yeah. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
John was there to debate about them.
Okay, cool. Listen, let's see. I have other things I want to talk to you about. Here's one about what girls can't wear. So let's see. Let's look at this.
There comes.
Cannot wear. Well, it depends. I mean, fashion is so broad.
Right.
So I'll have to see. But if she's dressed provocatively and I'm not with her, there's absolutely.
Oh, he's got the Sigma song, though.
Whose attention are you trying to get if I'm not there? If I go out with her, that's another thing. You should only care about my attention. If you're my wife, there should be no other attention from a man that you should care
Dude,
about.
I feel such a
At
Giga
all,
Chad,
except
dude.
for
Whenever I
following
hear
love.
funk music, I'm like, dude, this guy's
So
Sigma.
your
He's
stance is you can look pretty when you're with me, but if you're not with me, you need to not look pretty.
No.
Okay.
What was that what way of
My
thinking?
stance is you shouldn't dress provocatively unless you're with me.
What's provocative?
Like, showing a ton of cleavage or wearing as little clothing as possible.
Wearing as little clothing as possible. Okay, so it's cool when they're with you, but if they go out looking like that, it's not okay.
And I mean, no, I would say even when they're with me, I wouldn't want them to do that in public.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What's the problem?
Well, it's a little insecure.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
is.
is.
It's a preference.
Well, no,
Great
it's
take,
preference.
Ethan.
Well,
Great job.
Because you're kind of walking
Finally.
it back. So we can
Jesus.
move on if you want. But in this video, you say, dress sexy when you're with me, but not when you're not with me.
Ethan fell off, by the way. 41,000 active concurrent live watchers, by the way. It is. Every one of these fucking PUA guys
Dress
are
sexy
insecure.
and look
And it
tastefully
should be
good
constantly
without showing,
brought
like,
up.
your tits and your butt and whatever. But
It's a
yeah,
preference.
I would say
This TikTok
it's a
I found on the
I don't
title.
like it. I don't like it.
Okay.
Interesting
That's fair.
conversation.
That's fair. No, that's fair. If you have that understanding with
Plus
your partner, I think that's
36,000
totally fair.
here.
But this
And
preference.
it's not insecurity either. It's not insecurity. It's just I don't
It is,
like that. I don't
though.
want
It is. Like, let's follow the thread.
No, it's not.
Because you're basically.
No, it's not.
You're
Would
a
you
role-
want your wife out there?
Okay,
Would
hold
you
on.
want your wife out there dressed like a hoe?
Like a hoe.
Well, the definition of a hoe, I guess, is I'm not quite sure what that means.
It's not using it correctly, I guess.
But
Well, just answer my question. Would you want her out there dressing or wearing as minimal clothing as possible out in a club?
Would I want my hold on.
I mean, just say
Just
no.
say,
Yeah.
who cares?
No,
Who cares
answer
what
the
my wife
question.
wears?
Okay, well, let me show you this.
Like, it's a
Do
yes
you
or
think,
no.
Okay, well, hold
It's
on.
a
Then.
yes or
Is
no.
my wife dressed like a hoe here? Because I just want to get your. She posted this to social media.
Would you go out to dinner with your wife dressed like that?
Of course, she wouldn't go like that. I mean, why? But do you?
I don't know why she's posting. I mean, that's you and your wife, your relationship.
No,
I
just
wouldn't
say
be
what
okay
you
with her
want.
posting
Say
on
what you
Instagram.
want. I'm trying to understand your point. Do you think
I wouldn't
she's
want my
dressed
wife
like a hoe right now?
posting like
You
that
can
on
say
social
yes,
media.
it's
What do you
fine.
mean? What?
Yeah,
What?
I wouldn't want her posting. I wouldn't want my girlfriend.
Look at his
posting
body
pictures like
language.
that on-
He's like
on
closing up.
Instagram.
Even
from
thinking about
insecurity,
possibly
right?
having a wife
Because
that
No,
could
it's
wear
not.
whatever the
Because
fuck she
you-
wants. The thought of it is
Yeah,
terrifying.
because it makes you feel insecure.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel insecure.
How
I
does it
feel
make you
perfectly
feel?
secure.
How does it make you feel?
If I don't like the hold on, let's
Oh,
how the
ugh.
women is how that
Dude,
girl's
that's so
portraying
fucked
herself,
up,
like how
dude.
she's basically
It's a little bit
advertising and
recommend.
like saying like look how nice my body looks for the entire world to see. for
What?
the
What?
entire
Yeah.
public
No,
to
that's
see.
great.
I
What
don't
is the
like it.
problem with that? How is that being cucked, dude? That's insane to me. That
never
is
want other
so
people
fucking
seeing it. It's
stupid.
mine.
Are
and
you not-
so
It's
insecure.
yours.
It
It's
pisses
yours.
me off, honestly.
It's my wife. I don't want everyone to see her
She's-
body.
It's not your
It's my
fucking
wife.
property, dog. That's a whole ass human being.
Okay, and so, well, to me, I don't want to
100%,
control.
yeah.
I want my wife Hila to be as powerful and confident.
It's called mutual respect and trust. That's what relationships are based on. Healthy relationships. That's the foundation. It's about trusting your partner and giving them the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want. That's crazy, dude.
I know that there's no one
Understandably,
else
you
out
can
there
have
who's gonna
boundaries
take
in
her
this
away from her.
regard.
And I want her to
Okay,
feel
but his
powerful and
boundaries are far too fucking
Okay.
strict
I
and
don't think I'm
built on
insecure,
top of
right?
his anxieties that, like,
I'm the same with
if
my wife.
your significant other wants to show off their body, that means they want to fuck other men.
And so I just
depends on
want
the
you to dig
person,
a little
too.
deeper and explain why you don't like it, because it's yours, because she's yours, and nobody else
Yeah,
can
she's
see
my
her
wife.
body. Nobody else can see her body
Yeah.
but you.
Yes.
Even if she wants to show
100%.
it. Even if she wants to show it because she wants to feel
She
sexy.
doesn't want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
She doesn't want to.
I know, but you're a role
He's
model and
speaking
you're putting
for
this out on your
Hassan.
TikTok. This is what you're putting out. I know you guys have a preference, but I'm talking about your influence on men. So if she wants to go out and dress sexy and look good, you're against that.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm against her dressing provocatively. She can look nice, of course, but
Because for
dressing
women,
provocatively.
putting on makeup and dressing sexy and going out, it makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel confident. It's not necessarily about wanting to fuck other
you know,
dudes.
it's what it is what makes them feel powerful about it is when they go out and they dress really nice. What gives them the power is the attention that they get. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a guy walking up.
Typical.
To them. It can be a guy
Sam?
looking at them. And that's what gives
Typical.
them the
Again,
power, is
that's
the attention from
insecurity.
other men.
No,
And if
that's
that weren't true,
insecurity.
then they could dress up and
It
look
is true.
amazing and just
That's true.
and they could
Sam.
stay
That's
in home, or
insecurity.
they could look in the mirror and without anyone around.
So they can dress
And
hot
I
but stay
I
at
don't
home.
think I don't think that if I have a girlfriend, she should have a desire to go out there and even seek the attention from other men, because the attention she gets from me is enough to
Mhm.
fulfill
Don't we
her.
all
She can have
crave
more male parents, I
validation? Like,
guess.
don't we all crave validation in some way?
You should get enough validation from your wife, and your wife should get enough from you. She should be inspired by you, and maybe if you had a six-pack, she would be more inspired by you, and she wouldn't post thirst traps on Instagram. But she should be inspired by your significant other.
Oh,
Okay,
that's such
so
a
me not
stupid
having a
fucking-
six-pack is promoting my wife to seek male attention because I'm not hot enough, because my attention is not worth it.
Maybe if you took care of yourself, Ethan, and you were in better shape, maybe she wouldn't. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe
No,
she
it's a
wouldn't.
good
Who knows?
hypothesis. It's a good hypothesis. So if I was hotter,
Maybe not.
if I was hotter, she wouldn't feel the need.
Not hotter. If you took care of yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to be hotter.
Okay, if I was skinny and I had a six-pack.
If she saw you and you're like, wow, he really cares and respects himself,
Mm-hmm.
and I like his
일단
attention, and I don't need to go out
엔타이즈의
there
모습.
and look for attention from guys in the comments or whatever.
See, don't you see you're insecure? Because I know
It's
she's
not insecurity.
Yes, it is. You are insecure, dude.
That's exactly what it
You are
is.
threatened by the other attention that people give to your significant other.
That's
You're
I'm not
exactly it.
threatened by it at all. I know that there's not going to be other guys out there
checking
that can
right now,
compete with me
so-
for my girl. My girl
I
loves
don't
me.
even need to compete.
I just don't
I'm
like
not
it.
even thinking
It's
about
not-
competition.
I'm not threatened. I'm not threatened. I just don't like it. It doesn't threaten me. If she wanted, look, Ethan, if she wanted to post a picture and I said, look, I'm not comfortable, I don't like it, and she did it anyway, that's fine. She can do it anyway. And then I would just be like, hey, this breaks the boundary of the relationship. This breaks the sanctity of the intimate relationship I want to have with my
Sanctity,
wife.
Right.
I'm gonna just split here. I'm gonna go find a girl that respects me.
It's
It's not
like
about
cult.
insecurity. It's just, this is my preference. This is how I want to conduct my life.
You keep saying it's not about insecurity, and then describes having an insecurity.
I like to take control of my life and live my life the way I think
That's
is best for
fine.
me.
But you're putting
you don't
out
like to do that.
messages to
You don't
male
like-
men as a role model, self-proclaimed role model.
yes.
You refer to your girlfriend as she's yours. I mean, she's a human being, right, with her own
She
desires.
is,
She's not an object.
yes, absolutely. She is mine, and I'm hers. We are to die for
See,
each
don't
other.
you feel a little slutty when you walk around with your big biceps out and shit?
I only
Mhm.
put
Are they
on this
big
shirt
biceps?
so that I could show you guys that I work out.
Are they
That's
big?
a little
most of the time
fucking
I'm wearing a hoodie.
slutty, bro. Are you looking for
Okay,
validation from people in chat?
I think it's different from
I'm
male
just
and
trying to show you
female.
guys. I'm just trying to flex on you
But
guys. I'm trying
why?
to show you guys what's up.
No, but like you think
That's
that
not
it's
even
funny.
big.
Ethan is
You think
taking
you're being
strong
funny, but you
position
actually
now.
just totally undermined everything you said. You're
Extreme
putting out
position.
your biceps. Why are you doing it? For validation.
I
I'm not
don't
doing it for
know
validation.
You just said you
sexualizing
wanted to show it off.
biceps.
You just said you wanted
Ethan,
to
it
show
was
it
a
off.
joke. Ethan, I just put on a shirt and I'm
Okay,
I'm
so
talking
it's
to
a
you right
joke,
now.
but your
I'm
arms-
sorry that my biceps are big and you're looking
We'll
at them.
cover up.
Okay.
I'm sorry that my wife has big, beautiful titties.
I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. Can you guys give me
Yeah,
like 2
absolutely.
minutes?
Please go ahead.
Okay. Yes, still good
Bro,
ending
this
now.
is awesome.
I feel Dan more normal now. You better like me now, Dan. Where'd you find this guy?
On TikTok, he's just one of these characters. You know what I mean?
I think
Feel
Ethan
being
is.
validated.
I think this kid is really changing Ethan's life, though. Like, he really is. He's
Non
right.
sapevo che può te pegas ti petta. Devo sentire in conversazione. Già, però devono sapere.